Hey guys, welcome to the Creative Arena. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create an irregular image gallery like what we'll have here on the screen. As you can see, this is a basic Elementor gallery widget that we're able to manipulate to have something that looks like so. And it also has a hover effect. When you hover, you have this. And then with a light box effect as well. So when you click on an image, you have a full version of the image and you can go like so. And there are also other varieties like so, like what you have here, as you can see, and then this one here, and so I'm going to show you how to achieve all these. And mind you, this effect is achievable for both the Elementor Pro users and the Elementor free version. So if you're using the free version, you're in the right place as well to achieve this particular wonderful feature, and it is highly responsive on all devices. And we can check that out on our tablet and see what it looks like on tablet, like so. As you can see, this is what it looks like on tablet and even on mobile as well. So this is what it looks like on mobile. You can select whatever structure you want to work with. So without further delay, let's dive in and get started. In our Elementor editing screen, the first thing I'm going to do is I'll click on this plus icon here, select the flex box, and then select the structure here. I'm going to come over to the advanced settings. For the padding, I'm going to give it a padding of 100 pixel all round. So we now have our effect here. So I'll just click on this plus icon here and then go to our element area and search for the gallery widget. And then I'm going to select the basic gallery, drag it and drop it here. So the next thing I'll do is I'm going to select images in our gallery. So we're going to select 11 images and I'm going to show you why at the end. So now we select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11 images. So I'm just going to select this and then I'm going to insert this. Then allow for it to load. Okay, so this is our gallery images here. Now the next thing I'll do is I'll come over here to the image resolution and then I'm going to set the resolution to full. For the columns, I'm going to set the column to 1 and then come over here to where we'll have the link, leave it at media file, and then for the light bulbs, I'm going to set it to yes. Now what this light bulb effect does is when you click on an image, it brings this light bulb effect here, and then you can scroll to the next and all that. So that's a good effect you can add. So now we are done here. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the advanced settings and then I'll come down here to where we have the custom CSS. Now mind you, this feature is only available on the Elementor Pro. However, if you're using the Elementor free version, I'm going to show you how to achieve this wonderful effect also. So stick to the end of the video and then you'll get that idea as well. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to come over here to the code editor where I've written down the code we'll be using. So this is for the first gallery grid. I'm just going to copy this out. Not to worry about this code, it's going to be made available on the comment section and in the description of this video for you to use on your project. Okay, so copy that and then I'll come back here. Now under the custom CSS, I'm going to add the code here. So the next thing I'll do is I'm going to copy out this CSS ID here. I'm just going to copy it out and then I'm going to come over to where we'll have the layout, come down to where we'll have the CSS ID and I'm going to add this ID there. I will now see our effect has taken place instantly. So you can see this is our gallery effect here. Okay, you can see this smaller shapes gallery here, images here. Okay, this looks wonderful. And in a situation where you don't want these smaller images here, this one here and this one here and this one here, all you just need to do is to go to your gallery, come over here and remove 4 images from your gallery. Just remove 4 random images or selected images. So you now have a total of 7 images, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you insert it, allow for it to load, and you're gonna have this wonderful effect like so. Okay, but I kind of like the previous one with the smaller images at the side, so I'm just gonna undo it. All right, so now So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to go about editing this. So let's come over here, go to the advanced settings, come down to where we have our custom CSS code here. Now for this section here, for the first one here, this section here, we have some controls here where you can use to control your gallery. So now you can see here for the desktop image here, you can see the option here to increase the gap, this gap within. So take for instance, let's make it 25. You can see this is the gap we've increased here. And also this also takes effect on the mobile. There's an option for you to increase the mobile gap as well. So it depends on the gap that suits whatever project you're working on. You can just fix that up. And then in a situation where you want to add a hover effect to this, all you just need to do is to come over to where we have the hover image scale. Now, if you set it to 1, there will be no hover effect. However, if you want the hover effect, you just need to increase it by adding some values after the 1, let's say 0.4. And then what that does is, if you add 0.4 to it, what that does is, you can see when you in scale, it scales up by 1.4. It scales up by 1.4. You can also reduce it. You can reduce it to 0.2, and then it just scales up a little, like that. So it depends on what you want. But if you do not want that hover effect, all you just need to do is to set the value to 1, and there will be no hover effect, as you can see here. So let's just add the hover effect. Let's set it to 1.4. So we have this. Okay. So that's pretty much about how you can control this. And our effect is highly responsive. As you can see, when you check it out on tablet, you can see what it looks like on tablet. Now, the reason it looks a little bit smaller on tablet is because of the padding we have on our parent container here. So now we can come over here, unlink this. To the top, we give it a value of 100. To the right, we give it a value of 20 pixels. To the bottom, 100. And then to the left, 20 pixels. So we now have this like that. And when you check it out on mobile, it also looks great on mobile. So you can see this looks great on mobile. So now let's go back here. And then let's come over here and add another container. In fact, let's just duplicate this so I can show you the second gallery design we have. So okay, so this is I've duplicated it. This is our second container here, second gallery design. So what I'm going to do here is come over to this, edit this here, and then I'm going to add more images to this here. So I'm going to add 3 more images, making it 14 images. So this one takes more image compared to the first one. So in the situation you have much images, you can make use of this second design. So let's just come over here and add images to our gallery. Okay, let's just select these 3 images here and add. So we now have a total of 14 images. And then the settings here are still the same as what we did previously. Now we're just going to go back to our advanced settings and then come down to where we have the custom CSS. Now this one here was a CSS we already used in our first gallery. When I duplicated it, so I'm just going to delete it. Now this is what we'll have here. Now I'm going to head over to my code editor for the second gallery grid design. I'm just going to copy this out. Also, not to worry about this code. It's going to be made available for you to use on your project. So I'm just going to copy this. I'll come back here and then I'm going to paste it. Then I'll copy out this ID here, the CSS ID, go to the layout and then come over here to where we'll have the CSS ID, and then I'm going to add the ID. And now this is what we'll have here. You can see this now contains much more images than the previous one, which just contains only 11 images. And then this one here contains about 14 more images, as you can see. So this is what we'll have here. Now there is no hover effect here, just like I showed you how to achieve the hover effect. What you just need to do is to come over here to where we'll have the custom code here. And then we'll just add a value after the 1. Yes, just increase this 1 by something. You can increase it by 1.4, and then you now have your hover effect on the image, as you can see here. Okay, so now let's click on the publish and let's preview it. You can see this one here has fewer images, while this one here has much more images, as you can see. Now, for those that are making use of the Elementor free version, now in order for you to be able to achieve this, first of all, let's go back here and let's come over here to this second one here. We're going to add that to the second one. So we're just going to cut the CSS code here because the free version doesn't have the custom CSS area. So we're just going to publish this. And then when you come over here, you can see now that this one here is just normal. Now, make sure that on your gallery, make sure you come over here, make sure on the layout, you already set your CSS ID to this value here. Okay, for the free version users, Elementor free version user, this is for you. Make sure this is already set here. And then when you come over here, you click on the customize. Now every team has this additional CSS. Now you're going to come over here, come down to the bottom. If there is any code there is no code there. All you just need to do is to paste the code here, the CSS code here. And when you come down, you're going to see your effect has already taken place here. So now if you undo this, you can see it's not here, but when we paste it up, it now takes effect here. So free version users, you can also make use of this effect easily. And then when you publish it, it worked well on your site. Okay, so now let's get less. So that's pretty much it about this design. And so we've come to the end of this tutorial. If you've learned something new from this tutorial, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to our channel, remember to click the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified first when I drop a new video. And feel free to drop your comment wherever you're confused, and I'll do well to attend to as much as I can. But until then, see you on our next video. Bye bye.